Sri Vidyalaya News Bulletin. I am Arun, 11th standard student of the school. First of all, let us have a gander at the international news. Lockdown in China amid Omicron fears. Several cities in China have locked down hundreds of thousands of their residents and carried out mass testing amid concerns that the spread of Omicron variant could threaten the country's zero COVID strategy. WHO warns of viral surge in Europe. More than half of people in Europe are on track to contact the Omicron coronavirus variant in the next 2 months if infection continues at current rates, the WHO said on Tuesday. Now let us move on to the national news. BrahMos advanced variant test fire on extended range C2C variant of BrahMos supersonic cruise missile was test fired on Tuesday from the recently commissioned stealth guided missile destroyer INS Visakhapatnam. India's passport rank improves to 83 from 90. India's passport power has improved this quarter compared to 2021. It now ranks at 83rd position in the Henley Passport Index, climbing 7 places from 90th rank last year. Now let us switch over to the state news. Minister to open Supplyco Godown. Minister for Food and Civil Supplies G.R. Anil will open the newly constructed public distribution system Godown of Supplyco at Koranappala in the district at 2:30 p.m. on Friday. I.C. Balakrishnan MLA will preside over the function. Don Bosco College conducted 4th Sneha Veedu. Despite the challenges thrown of the pandemic, the National Service Scheme unit of Don Bosco Arts and Science College, Angadi Kadavu in Kannur district constructed a house named Sneha Veedu for a deceased woman and her 2 children. This is the 4th such house being constructed by NSS unit. Now it's time for the sports buff. Tata Group is still sponsor for 2020 and 2023 edition of IPL. The Tata Group has replaced Vivo as the title sponsor for the Indian Premier League 2022 and 2023 edition. Marico Sangal Vikas added to the national camp. 6-time world champion MC Mary Kom and world medalist Amit Pangal and Vikas Krishna, who underwent a shoulder surgery after the Tokyo Games, are among the 6 Olympians who have been added to the ongoing national boxing coaching camps in Patiala and Delhi. Now over to school news.
Welcome to the school news. Today we celebrated the National Youth Day. Since it is January 12th, today we also celebrated the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. As part of this, our school has organized some programs. The photo of Swami Vivekananda kept at the prayer hall. Students, teachers and non-teaching staff members offered flowers there. And at the auditorium, they made performance of the Sun Salute in the beautiful way.
Rajaraja I, born Arulmozhivarman, often described as Rajaraja the Great, was a Chola empire and was the most powerful king in the south at his time, chiefly remembered for reinstating the Chola power and ensuring its supremacy in South India and Indian Ocean. His extensive empire included the Pandya country, the Chera country, and the northern Sri Lanka. He also acquired the Lakshadweep and part of northernmost island of Maldives in Indian Ocean. Campaigns against the western Ganges and Chalukyas extend the Chola influence as far as the Tungabhadra river. On the eastern coast, he battled with the Chalukyas for the possession of Venki. Rajaraja and able administrator also built the great Brihadishwara temple at the Chola capital, Tanjavur. The temple is regarded as the foremost of all temples in medieval South Indian architectural style. During this region, the texts of the Tamil poets Appar, Sambandar and Sundarar were collected and edited into the publication called Tirumurai. He initiated a massive project of land survey and assignment in 1000 CE, which led to the reorganization of the country into individual units known as Balavanads. Rajendra Chola I was made a co-regent during the last years of Rajaraja's rule. He was the supreme commander of northern and northwestern dominion. During the reign of Raja Chola, there was an expansion of the administrative structure leading to increase the number of offices and officials in the Chola records than during earlier periods. Vilavan Muduvedailan, one of the top officials of Rajaraja, figures in many of his inscriptions. The other name of official found in the inscriptions are the Bana, Prince Narasimhavarman, a General Senapati Krishnaraman, the Samantha chief Velavarayan Vandi Vedan, the revenue official Iravayavan, and Kuruvan, who organized the countrywide land surveys.
After that, now watch the mind-blowing performance of our child prodigies.
Good morning all. Today I am here to mention Sadabahar plant in my herbal garden. Sadabahar is also known as the ever-blooming blossom, is well-known flower that has secured its place both in modern medicines and herbal remedies. Clad by vascular names, Madagascar periwinkle in English, Nayantara in Bengali, Ushmaladi in Malayalam and Sadapushpa in Hindi. The plant shows extensive health benefits and is used to treat the hosts of health anomalies including diabetes. It helps to treat diabetes, lung congestion, skin infections, eye irritation and even reduce the risk of cancer. It is coming from Apocynic family. Sadabahar goes by the botanical name Catharangus roseus. It is of evergreen origin and grows to the height of 1 to 2.5 meters. Although the plant has native of Madagascar, it is found to be growing throughout the world. The flower of Sadabahar usually come to varieties on dark pinkish purple and the other pink milky white color. The parts that grow above the ground and the root are used to make medicine. One of the most health benefits of Sadabahar is the ability to arrest bleeding. The juice obtained from the Sadabahar flower is very effective in controlling nosebleeds, bleeding gums, sore throats, and mouth ulcers. The leaves of Sadabahar have anti-tumor and anti-cancer properties. It is loaded with two important alkaloids, are extremely useful in the treatment of lymphoma.
That is all for today. See you tomorrow. Namaste.